Imagine you're standing at the edge of a vast, rushing river. Its current flows relentlessly forward, carrying everything in its path downstream. This river is time, and we, like leaves caught in its torrent, are swept along, forever moving from past to present to future, a seemingly linear journey, where each moment fades into the next, leaving us with an undeniable sense of progression. But what if this perception of time, this straightforward narrative from birth to death, is merely a construct? What if our understanding of time as a straight line is just one lens through which we view reality? A limited perspective obscuring a more complex truth. This isn't about questioning the physical passage of seconds, minutes, and hours. It's about delving deeper into the nature of time itself, exploring its potential for multifaceted dimensions beyond our everyday experience. Throughout history, humans have grappled with this very question. Ancient civilizations often viewed time as cyclical, a recurring pattern of creation, destruction, and renewal. Think of the Egyptians, whose calendar revolved around the yearly flooding of the Nile, marking a constant rebirth of life. Or consider the cyclical rituals celebrated by many indigenous cultures, mirroring the seasons' ebb and flow. These perspectives suggest a different relationship with time, one that embraces repetition and continuity, rather than relentless forward movement. However, modern Western society predominantly adheres to a linear model of time. We measure our lives in milestones, birthdays, graduations, marriages, each event marking a distinct point on a timeline leading inevitably to an endpoint. This linear perception influences everything from our daily routines to our grander life plans. It's ingrained in the way we think, speak, and even perceive ourselves. This leads us to ask, why this singular focus on linearity? Is it simply a product of our technological advancements, our obsession with progress and efficiency, or does it stem from something deeper, a fundamental human desire to impose order and predictability on the chaos of existence? Perhaps our linear view of time allows us to navigate the complexities of life more effectively, creating a sense of control in a seemingly unpredictable universe. Yet, this rigid structure can also be confining. It encourages a constant striving for the next big thing, perpetuating a cycle of dissatisfaction and restlessness. What happens when we let go of this linear framework? When we allow ourselves to see time as more fluid, cyclical, and interconnected? Could this shift in perspective offer new insights into our lives, our relationships with others, and the world around us? Building on this idea, consider the concept of timelessness. Many spiritual traditions emphasize a state beyond linear perception, where past, present, and future exist simultaneously. Think of moments of profound connection, falling in love, experiencing awe-inspiring beauty, or simply being fully present in a shared conversation. These instances often transcend the constraints of time, leaving us feeling profoundly connected to something larger than ourselves. This exploration of time's nature is not about discarding our linear understanding entirely. It's about expanding our horizons, recognizing the multifaceted nature of this fundamental concept and embracing its complexities. By venturing beyond the confines of a single perspective, we can unlock new dimensions of understanding and begin to truly appreciate the profound impact time has on our lives. Building on this exploration of time's fluid nature, let's delve into the psychology behind our perception of it. Why do we so instinctively gravitate towards a linear model? Why is the past fixed, the future uncertain, and the present fleeting? This isn't simply a matter of how we measure time. It's deeply ingrained in our psychological makeup. One influential figure who explored this phenomenon was Sigmund Freud. He posited that our perception of time is fundamentally shaped by our unconscious desires and anxieties. The past, according to Freud, becomes a repository of repressed memories and unresolved conflicts, often manifesting as feelings of nostalgia or regret. The future, on the other hand, represents our hopes, dreams, and fears, fueling our drive for success and security. This linear progression, Freud argued, serves as a way for us to navigate these complex emotional landscapes, constantly striving towards a perceived better future, while grappling with the weight of our past. However, this Freudian perspective doesn't fully account for the cyclical patterns we often observe in life. Seasons change, stories repeat themselves, and historical events echo through generations. To address this, Carl Jung, another prominent psychologist, introduced the concept of archetypes, universal symbols and patterns that reside in the collective unconscious. He believed these archetypes influence our perception of time, driving us towards cyclical experiences. The birth, death, and rebirth motifs found in countless cultures across the globe, for instance, reflect this inherent human understanding of cyclical renewal. Jung also explored the concept of synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that appear to transcend causal relationships. These synchronicities often carry a sense of timelessness, suggesting a deeper interconnectedness beyond linear progression. They hint at a realm where past, present, and future intertwine, challenging our rigid perception of time's linearity. This exploration of both Freudian and Jungian perspectives reveals the multifaceted nature of our relationship with time. While Freud highlights the influence of our personal history and unconscious desires, Jung emphasizes the universal archetypes and cyclical patterns that shape our understanding. Together, they paint a complex picture of human consciousness grappling with the mysteries of time. This internal conflict between linear and cyclical models is ultimately reflected in our daily lives. We crave order and predictability, seeking to impose a sense of linearity on our experiences through calendars, schedules, and deadlines. Yet, simultaneously, we yearn for moments of transcendence, where time seems to melt away and the present becomes all-encompassing. This inherent tension underscores the limitations of a purely linear view of time. It compels us to acknowledge the profound impact that our individual psychology, cultural conditioning, and personal experiences have on shaping our perception. Ultimately, embracing both the linear and cyclical aspects of time allows for a richer, more nuanced understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Ultimately, embracing both the linear and cyclical aspects of time allows for a richer, more nuanced understanding of ourselves and the world around us. But this internal struggle, this tug-of-war between linearity and cyclicity, begs deeper philosophical exploration. What would ancient philosophers, individuals grappling with similar existential questions centuries ago, have to say about our predicament? Imagine Seneca, the Stoic philosopher from Roman times, a man who understood the fleeting nature of life, who championed virtue and reason as guides through its tumultuous currents. He might remind us that while we perceive time linearly, our actions and choices shape the cyclical nature of our existence. Each day offers a fresh opportunity to learn, to grow, to act virtuously. This cycle of striving, reflecting, and acting anew forms the core of our being. Seneca would likely emphasize the importance of focusing on what is within our control, our thoughts, our actions, and accepting the inevitability of change and impermanence. Now, fast forward through the centuries to Nietzsche, the German philosopher known for his radical ideas and critiques of traditional morality. He might have a rather different take on time. Nietzsche, with his emphasis on the eternal recurrence. The idea that all events will repeat infinitely would likely view our linear perception as a mere human construct, a limited perspective imposed on an inherently cyclical reality. He might argue that we are trapped in a continuous loop of birth, death, and rebirth, where every moment is ultimately destined to be replayed. This concept could be unsettling, even terrifying, but Nietzsche would encourage us to embrace it, to confront the repetition head-on, to live each moment as if it were the only one, with full passion and intensity. Building on this, he might challenge us to transcend the limitations of linear thinking altogether. He would urge us to break free from the shackles of cause and effect, to see time not as a straight line but as a swirling vortex, where past, present, and future are inextricably intertwined. This shift in perspective, Nietzsche would argue, is essential for achieving self-mastery and living a truly authentic life. However, both Seneca and Nietzsche, despite their seemingly contrasting views, arrive at a similar conclusion. The human perception of time is inherently flawed. Our linear worldview, while convenient for navigating everyday life, fails to capture the full complexity of reality. It limits our understanding of ourselves and the universe around us. This leads us to an essential question. How can we reconcile these conflicting perspectives? How can we integrate both the linear and cyclical aspects of time into a more holistic understanding of existence? Perhaps the answer lies not in choosing one model over the other, but in recognizing their inherent limitations and embracing the fluidity and ambiguity that defines our experience. Ultimately, the nature of time remains an enigma, a mystery that continues to fascinate and elude us. But by exploring these philosophical perspectives, by questioning our assumptions about the way we perceive time, we can begin to unravel its complexities and gain a deeper appreciation for the intricate tapestry of life itself. But by exploring these philosophical perspectives, by questioning our assumptions about the way we perceive time, we can begin to unravel its complexities and gain a deeper appreciation for the intricate tapestry of life itself. So, how do we practically apply this understanding? How do we move from contemplating the nature of time to actively integrating it into our daily lives? Building on this exploration, let's consider some actionable steps. Firstly, cultivate mindfulness in your everyday experiences. Pay attention to the ebb and flow of moments as they unfold. Notice the subtle transitions, the pauses, the bursts of energy. This practice helps break free from the linear fixation and allows you to perceive time as a fluid continuum. However, mindfulness isn't just about being present. It's also about remembering the past and envisioning the future. Keep a journal to reflect on significant moments in your life. Write about how they shaped you, the lessons learned, and the emotions evoked. This act of remembrance connects you to the cyclical nature of time, recognizing that experiences repeat themselves in different forms throughout life. This leads us to another powerful tool, storytelling. Weave narratives that encompass both linear progression and cyclical themes. Share your personal stories, family histories, and cultural myths. In doing so, you acknowledge the interconnectedness of past, present, and future, highlighting the enduring patterns that shape our human experience. Furthermore, engage with art and music that explore the concept of time. Watch films that depict non-linear narratives. Listen to symphonies that evoke a sense of cyclical movement, or read poetry that captures the fleeting nature of moments. These artistic expressions offer unique perspectives on time, enriching your understanding beyond the confines of everyday perception. But perhaps the most profound application lies in our approach to change. Embrace it as an inherent part of the cyclical nature of existence. Understand that endings are not finalities, but rather transitions into new beginnings. When facing challenges, view them as opportunities for growth and transformation, knowing that time itself facilitates this evolution. This understanding also extends to our relationships. Appreciate the ebb and flow of connections, recognizing that periods of closeness may be followed by phases of distance. Accept these shifts with grace, knowing that true bonds endure through the cyclical nature of human interaction. Furthermore, consider incorporating practices that promote a sense of timelessness into your daily life. Engage in activities that transcend the linear constraints of hours and minutes. Spend time in nature, observing the ever-changing yet eternally constant rhythms of the natural world. Meditate to cultivate a sense of inner peace that transcends the passage of time. By consciously integrating these practices, you begin to shift your perception of time from a rigid framework to a fluid and ever-evolving experience. You move beyond the limitations of linearity and embrace the cyclical nature of existence, recognizing that every moment is interconnected with all that has come before and all that will be. This understanding fosters a deeper appreciation for life's richness and complexity, allowing you to navigate its challenges and celebrate its triumphs with a renewed sense of purpose and clarity. By consciously integrating these practices, you begin to shift your perception of time from a rigid framework to a fluid and ever-evolving experience. You move beyond the limitations of linearity and embrace the cyclical nature of existence, recognizing that every moment is interconnected with all that has come before and all that will be. This understanding fosters a deeper appreciation for life's richness and complexity, allowing you to navigate its challenges and celebrate its triumphs with a renewed sense of purpose and clarity. But this shift in perception is not merely an intellectual exercise. It's a transformative journey that reverberates through every aspect of our being. Building on this awareness, we can begin to cultivate a profound sense of gratitude for the precious gift of time. When we recognize its cyclical nature, its continuous flow from past to present to future, we understand that each moment is unique, irreplaceable, and brimming with potential. It's not just about the quantity of time we have, but the quality of experience we create within those moments. However, this awareness also carries a profound responsibility. Knowing that time is finite, that it flows relentlessly onward, compels us to live with intentionality and purpose. We are challenged to make each moment count, to invest our energy in activities that align with our values and aspirations, and to leave behind a legacy that transcends the confines of our own lifespan. This leads us to the heart of our exploration, the nature of greatness. True greatness isn't measured by material possessions or external achievements. It resides in the depth of our experiences, the richness of our connections, and the impact we have on the world around us. When we embrace the cyclical nature of time, we understand that our actions ripple outward, creating a chain reaction of influence that extends far beyond ourselves. Each moment becomes an opportunity to cultivate virtue, to practice compassion, to foster creativity, and to leave the world a better place than we found it. We are called to be architects of our own destiny, shaping not only our individual narratives, but also contributing to the collective tapestry of humanity. This is a call to greatness that resonates within each of us. It's a call to rise above the limitations of linearity, to transcend the ego's obsession with the past and future, and to fully embrace the present moment. Imagine a world where individuals are guided by this awareness, where every interaction is infused with intentionality, where every decision is made with the greater good in mind. Imagine a world where we recognize our interconnectedness, celebrating the diversity of human experience while working collaboratively to overcome shared challenges. This vision is not a distant utopia. It's a potential that exists within each of us. By cultivating our awareness of time's cyclical nature, by embracing the interconnectedness of all things, and by living with intentionality and purpose, we can collectively create a world that reflects the beauty, wisdom, and boundless possibilities inherent in the human spirit. Let this understanding be your guiding light as you navigate the intricate tapestry of life. Let it inspire you to live each moment with gratitude, to connect deeply with others, and to leave an enduring legacy of love, compassion, and creativity. The time is now. Let us rise to this magnificent calling.